Critics tend to accentuate the positive in year-end lists, but cheerleading aside, 2023 wasn't a great year for mainstream movies, either creatively or commercially. Although streaming services helped finance plenty of marquee films, several of the eagerly anticipated titles fell short of expectations, while others, most notably Killers of the Flower Moon, didn't know when to end. More of a problem in theaters, admittedly, than at home, where viewers can slice, dice and pause to their heart's content. Simply put, Hollywood still hasn't found a sweet spot between art and commerce, prestige movies and those with broad appeal, a long-standing problem made worse, perhaps, by the priorities of streaming services, which can hide commercial failures and bask in the glow of awards and critical acclaim. Of course, the entertainment industry can't live by awards alone, and there were disquieting commercial trends, including the near across-the-board box office decline of superhero movies, until recently a wildly reliable genre. That sudden swoon has fueled a sense moviegoing hasn't fully recovered from the 1-2 punch of the pandemic and streaming, and might never do so. On the plus side, the films that did stand out represent an eclectic roster in terms of subject matter and genres, with some conscious effort to reflect that range, even if some might not have made this list, which takes the liberty of a few combination entries, in a year with more clear-cut choices. Here, then, in alphabetical order, with streaming options noted where available. Air, Amazon Prime Video director Ben Affleck's fact-based story of how Nike landed Michael Jordan is a testament to recognizing greatness, with terrific performances by Matt Damon and Viola Davis. Most of all, though, it's a lot of fun, an attribute that felt too rare in this year's movie lineup. Matt Damon and Viola Davis in Air. Matt Damon and Viola Davis in Air. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. American Fiction, writer-director Cord Jefferson makes an impressive debut in this smart and insightful adaptation of a novel about a writer-slash-literature professor, Jeffrey Wright, who impulsively writes a joke book mocking black trauma porn, only to see it become a hit with the white intelligentsia. Tracee Ellis Ross stars as Lisa and Leslie Uggams as her mother Agnes and writer-director Cord Jefferson's American Fiction. Tracee Ellis Ross stars as Lisa and Leslie Uggams as her mother Agnes in American Fiction. Claire Folgers/Orion releasing. Are You Their God? It's Me, Margaret. Max coming-of-age movies might be abundant, but this version of Judy Blume's book underscores how hard they are to do this well, with Abby Ryder-Fortson as the young girl dealing with a new school, new friends, and very familiar problems. Kathy Bates as Sylvia Simon and Abby Ryder-Fortson as Margaret Simon in Are You Their God? It's Me, Margaret. Photo credit, Dana Hawley. Kathy Bates as Sylvia Simon and Abby Ryder-Fortson as Margaret Simon in Are You Their God? It's Me, Margaret. Dana Hawley/Lionsgate. The Color Purple, bringing the musical to the screen while preserving the power of Alice Walker's decade-spanning story of heartbreak and resilience. Director Blitz Bazumule created a terrific showcase for his cast while opening up the musical numbers and choreography in the best of ways. Taraji P. Henson is Shug Avery in Warner Bros. Pictures' bold new take on a classic, The Color Purple, a Warner Bros. Pictures release. Taraji P. Henson in The Color Purple. Lindsay Weatherspoon/Warner Bros. Entertainment Inc. Elemental, Disney Plus. In a very rough year for Disney, this Pixar animated romance bucked that trend, not only exploring how people from disparate backgrounds, in this case, literally fire and water, can overcome their differences, but overcoming a disappointing opening to prove that word of mouth can still create an organic theatrical hit, as quaint and dated as that idea might sound. Elemental. Elemental. Peter Sohn/Pixar. The Holdovers, Peacock, December 29, reuniting director Alexander Payne with his Sideways star Paul Giamatti. This comedy drama about misfits left behind at a New England prep school in 1970, and the unlikely bonds they form over a few weeks, shine with wit, warmth, and heart, with a hard-to-top supporting performance by Divine Joy Randolph as a grieving mother whose son died in Vietnam.